Hey there, internet friends, Trevor Starkey here with another episode of Wrestling Wednesday. For the first time in like a month and a half, this isn't a predictions or a results episode, so let's just talk about wrestling. We're here still a few weeks out from Survivor Series, and so we're basically building to that Raw versus Smackdown feud. We're not really seeing too much on the side of like all of the champs. It seems to be kind of a given that it's going to be champ versus champ in each of the different brackets. You're going to have Jinder versus Lesnar, which is going to disappoint. You're going to have Alexa Bliss versus Natalya. You're going to have The Miz as the Intercontinental Champion versus Baron Corbin as the United States Champion. And then you're going to have the 5-on-5 matches. And as of recording this, we've seen almost the entire male Smackdown team put together. You've got Shane McMahon, you've got Randy Orton, you've got Shinsuke Nakamura, and you've got Bobby Roode. So there's just one more man missing. And that's going to be either AJ Styles or Rusev, as determined next week. And then on the Raw side of things, you've only got Kurt Angle and Braun Strowman. And so it's nice having Angle and Shane up there as kind of the two figureheads for their respective teams. Kind of assumed we were probably going to head towards that, especially when Kurt got cleared to wrestle for TLC. I couldn't think of it because there actually weren't many tables, ladders, and chairs. But we've still got a lot to kind of clear up on the Raw roster side of things. Based on this week, it looks like Samoa Joe, who's back, is going to probably be gunning for one of those spots. I imagine you'll probably get Kane coming in there in one of those spots. You know, he's kind of been coming in as like a dominant force, and that'll be interesting to see Kane and Kurt on the same team as they've both just come back and also just had their big match at TLC. And then we're also playing a lot with this Balor versus Kane feud, so it'd be interesting maybe to see Balor thrown into that mix as well, kind of rounding out the Raw team. That's all assuming Roman doesn't get cleared in time. If he does, I'm sure he'll be on the team. But one of the things I'm actually most curious about is what we've been seeing on the SmackDown side, in that we've seen Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in their new little bromance thing again. They've both been eliminated from joining the SmackDown team, and so I'm curious if we'll see them and maybe Dolph Ziggler kind of come in and basically try and, you know, Under Siege campaign and basically say, we're going to be part of this too. It's going to be Team Shane, Team Kurt, and Team Kevin, and maybe we end up seeing like a three-way. So I think it'd be interesting there to see Kevin and Sammy and Ziggler, and then maybe even a couple of like the Raw heels kind of jump in on that train and really kind of shake things up. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this continues to go in the next few weeks before the pay-per-view. I will say that Shane had this big speech kind of thing in this week's episode of SmackDown, talking about how, you know, SmackDown is always viewed as the inferior of the brands, and when you have Jinder Mahal as your champion, you can't really argue and say that you are the land of opportunity or whatever, because you've got this paper champion sitting at the top and you're not letting anybody beat him. And he's not good. On the mic, in the ring, he's put in work, sure, but so have a lot of guys, so why are you giving him the treatment other than because he's Indian and you're trying to get into that market? And I swear to God, if AJ Styles gets sacrificed to Jinder as a result of this whole experiment, then yeah, you are going to be living that inferior brand life for a long, long time to come. So those are my thoughts on the state of WWE right now. I imagine we'll get more of the Raw team filled out on Monday. I imagine we will see the final either AJ or Rusev clearing out the SmackDown team, but then we've still got 2 weeks to build up a potential rift in the SmackDown universe, and that Shane versus Kevin kind of dynamic can maybe come in there and break things down a little bit. So let me know what you think about the Road to Survivor series in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Trevor Starkey from TrevorTrove.com. You can follow me at SnarkyStarkey on Twitter. And until next time, from here at the Trove, treasure your friends.